Hi, once again, this is Julianne Lieberman at the Assistive Technology Industry Association Conference, ATIA, here in Orlando, Florida. And I happen to sit in on a very interesting workshop presentation on Dolphin Systems' approach to computing for older adults, and the presentation involved the software called Guide. And I happen to have one of the participants in the demonstration with me here, and I'm going to turn over and have him introduce himself and tell us about the software Guide.
Well, I should have paid for that demonstration, intro. Thank you, Julian. My name is Jeff Baser. I'm from Dolphin Computer Access. It's great to be here with you guys. And we looked at Guide, Dolphin Guide, in this presentation. And basically, Guide takes unique approach to working with seniors. That's our market that we think of first and foremost. But really, it's anybody who may not be comfortable with the Windows environment, a computer novice, as we say. You're not real technically inclined, and you don't care to be or want to be. So what Guide does is it runs over the top of the Windows environment, and it can be anything from Windows XP onward to Windows 7. And it has about 25 different applications that you are able to do, all from a numbers-driven menu system, which makes it very convenient and very nice for, again, somebody who really, it's a lot of work to open Outlook, open Internet Explorer, figure out how to move through these applications. If you want something simpler and easier, and the same type of interface throughout all of these applications that I mentioned, Guide is a program to take a look at. It has very clear, easy to understand voices, and once you open it, you can either set it up so that you are only using Guide on the computer. So if you were to hit your Windows Start menu key or something else, it would keep you in Guide, for lack of a better word. Or you can actually set it up where you're moving, out of Guide onto your Windows desktop if you need to be. But essentially, this is an entire suite of applications that you can use to do all of the basics on your computer. Anything from writing an email or writing a letter or document, to browsing the web, to listening to radio stations or a podcast. Let's see, what else did we do, Julian? There's all kinds of things that we're able to do.
I particularly thought it was interesting, the demonstration where they did the voice recording, and then she attached it there was a discussion of how this woman demonstrated recording a voice memo, then attached it to an email and sent it to her family because she didn't want to have to type everything in because she was a novice at typing. So she also then made a recording, sent it as an email. All her addresses were already in her address book, so it was pretty easy and pretty simple for her to send off this long message to her family who lived internationally. So all things considered, it really improved her access all the way around in one simple interface. It was all, as Jeff described it, it's all simple, the same structure going down a list. Those of us that have worked in computers before, it's kind of nice to have menus where it's pretty simple just to use the arrow keys down and enter and make that selection that way. You don't have to remember hotkeys or any of these command structures, just to use a simple operating, almost like using a fast forward rewind on a tape recorder. That's how simple it is to operate.
Yeah, one of the nice things about it is that really with 4 keys, you're able to move through the entire product. Your up and down arrow keys, enter when you make your selection, and then escape to move back menu by menu. The other thing that's nice about it, of course, is it has magnification and speech, so you can change the size, of course, of the text. You can change the color background. You can also, on the speech side, change the rate of speech and select from a few different voices. Another thing that I think is worthy of mentioning here is that we also give you the ability to scan. So mail that you get that you'd like to have a little more privacy to be able to read, if you have a scanner, you're able to put the letter on the scanner, scan it in, and have Guide read it to you, and then you can save it, or do whatever you want with it. The other nice thing about it is that as far as learning the product, you get a quick start guide in the box. You also only have to press one keystroke, F1, to get help from any screen you're on. And there's tutorial messages that are built into the product as well. So it's just really a very simple, straightforward, easy to use product that runs over the top of Windows, so you don't even realize that you're on a Windows machine, because this is all menu based. You press a certain number for what it is that you want to do, and you're guided. That's why it's called Guide. Completely guided through the process. For example, of typing in the email address, then it asks you to type in your subject, then it says type the body of your message. Then you press escape and you're presented with a spell check if you want a spell check, or send the email directly, things like that. So very straightforward and easy to use, which is our goal.
I believe that you clearly have demonstrated how easy that it is. Also, one of the things that, one of the features, and I said this replaces using all those productivity tools in the Microsoft products that we struggle with learning. You know, they move things around, they put ribbons in instead of menus. You can bypass all those tools if you just want to do simple operations like writing a letter. They've got a letter and document feature in here, so that you actually can, function very effectively. They say you can save a document and it becomes plain text, which means you can share it with other people. Sending it, attaching it, as we mentioned, is pretty easy in an email because it's all very menu driven. And it's guides you through. So this, if you're going to talk about a computer for someone who is a novice, who's never used a computer before and is visually impaired, this is a great starter kit for certain, for somebody to use basic computer operations to keep them in the loop. I think it's a terrific alternative. So Jeff, how would, since they want to, someone might be interested in this, how would they find out more information about it, and how could they contact you directly? Well, or are you the person in Pennsylvania that should contact?
You can certainly start with me. We have a number of distributors for Guide, so you're more than welcome to contact myself. I'll give you my contact information, and then I can direct you to the dealer, in the area. Again, Jeff Bazer is my name. It's B like boy, A-Z-E-R. So my email address would be Jeff, J-E-F-F .Bazer @Dolphin, which is just like the fish, DOLPHINUSA.com. And my phone number directly would be area code 609-902-5963. 609-902-5963. And we look forward to talking to any of you that want to give us a call or send a note to learn more about Guide. We can send you more reference material from our website. Anything that you want to know about. So, and again, thank you so much, Julian, for talking to us today.
Thank you so much. Take care. Perfect.